Hey golf people, on today's episode I'm going to show you what I think might be the best golf smartwatch that I've ever used, and it's on my wrist right here. It's the Garmin Epix. So when you think of the Garmin Epix, you don't necessarily think of it as a golf watch, but I'm going to show you why it's absolutely a golf watch packed with other features that you're going to love. Let's go through it right now. So one thing I love about this watch is just how bright that screen is. And you can see that this watch works even better than golf smartwatches in terms of that wrist move there to get the screen back on. Now, if you're familiar with the S62, S42, S12 range, you'll know that all of these watches work very similarly. First, we are going to actually find the satellites, and that is how quick this thing does it. That is incredibly quick. That was real time. There was no cutting there. Now we're going to choose the course here, and I am playing Meadow and Pine today. And again, look how quickly and snappy that is. So it asks you, do you want to keep score? Yes. By the way, all touchscreen. I'm playing from the white tees today, and boom, I am ready to play. That is faster than any watch that I've ever tested from any manufacturer, including Garmin's own golf watches. And what's really cool about this is if you are familiar with the Garmin line of golf watches, you will know how this watch works because it works exactly the same. So a beautiful MOLED screen there that, again, it's very snappy. When you turn your wrist, you're going to get a nice, beautiful, bright screen there. Now this is telling us we've got 377 to the middle of the screen, 386 to the back, 368 to the front. Now let me hit a couple shots and I'll show you how the scoring works on this watch as well. That was a good ball. Now, what this is telling me is asking me right away, what club am I using? I'm using driver, and then all we got to do is walk up to our ball. It'll give us the distance, and it will know how far we hit the club by the next swing we take. Hopefully that makes sense, but I'll show you how it works in just a second. Now, as we're walking up to the ball here, I'll talk about some of the features that I've really enjoyed as I've worn this watch over the last couple of weeks now. First off, it's got a next level feature called the Garmin Body Battery. The Body Battery basically tracks your health and how much energy you have through the day and how much you consume. And I gotta say, when those days that I've been feeling tired or felt like I needed a nap, I looked down at the Body Battery and it confirmed that I was right. This thing also ties into your sleep as well, and it will tell you how restful your sleep was, if you were in REM sleep, if you had light sleep, good sleep, fair sleep, really deep sleep. All that plays a role. And again, the nights that I got nice, deep, restful sleep, I had a Body Battery that was more charged. And it's been interesting to really see how my body works. I've never had access to that information. Now, I know this watch really was built for runners and other types of endurance athletes, but I think it works just as well for golfers because it really helps you get in tune with your body and the current state that you're in. It's always tracking your heart rate, and it even tracks your oxygen level. And what I found to be a really interesting feature is tracking my stress level. And believe it or not, I can literally see my Body Battery drain as those stress levels go up. And so it really makes you more mindful throughout the day of what's going on and what's affecting not only your mood, but also your performance out on the golf course. I think that's really cool. What I also think is really cool is just how good this drive was. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Now you can see on the watch here that I hit this into the wind, so it wasn't a huge shot, but I hit it 233 dead center. On this particular hole, I've got to hit it at least 97 to carry the water. That's amazing information to know. So again, it's asking me what club I hit, and I'll scroll over to pitching wedge here and tap on that. Oh, pretty good shot there. Again, it's asking me what did I hit there. I'm going to go ahead and hit my 58-degree wedge, or they call it here a lob wedge. Now what's nice is as soon as I walk off that green and head towards the next tee box, I get a little prompt here. It pops up and asks you how many scores you have. You can go down or up. We did have a par there, and we'll go ahead and just tap right on that number. how many putts we had. That was actually a 1 putt, but again, I could go up or down. I'll tap on that. Then we've got, did it hit the fairway? Yes, we did hit the fairway, but we could miss left or miss right. But I'm gonna go ahead and say fairway because we were dead center there. And then it asked for penalties. So if I did hit the water or I hit one out of bounds or something like that, you can measure that as well. Go ahead and hit that check box. And you can see here, this is the scorecard. And if we go back here, we are on hole number 2. Now, by the way, guys, there's only one place in my mind to buy this watch, and that's from my friends at playbetter.com, who sponsor this show and have the best prices on the internet when it comes to Garmin products. Playbetter.com is the home of free shipping in the continental US, 48 hours even. They've got an easy, hassle-free 30-day money-back guarantee, and they make it really easy to exchange and find something that you'll absolutely love. I love the folks at Playbetter.com. You will too. Check out the website, and I will leave some links to this watch in the description, and you can browse all of the cool golf tech they've got there at Playbetter.com. All right, we're on hole 3 here. Now, in terms of ergonomics, this watch, it definitely is a little bigger than the S62, but again, so light. This metal is like a titanium, and it is super, super light on the wrist. It does not get in the way of my swing at all. We're now on the 3rd hole after 2 pars. I didn't show you one, but I had a 2nd par there. Now that pin's actually on the front, and what I can do here is I can go ahead and move the flag to where it is on the green. That green, this flag is on the front of this green here. So I'm gonna place it right there. So now I know I've got a 155 shot, much more accurate picture of what I gotta do here. Now, if you wanna just bounce into the watch, it's literally this button down here, and you can see what time it is and what time you gotta get off this golf course and get to your loved ones. Last thing that I want to show you right here is the pin pointer. So this thing, as you move your wrist, will actually show you the direction of the pin. That way, if you've ever got a blind shot, you'll know exactly which way you've got to hit this one. Hopefully I hit a good shot here. Wish me luck. I always said I'd rather be lucky than good. I actually hit that, almost half sculled that one, but it ran right up to the front of the green. Go figure. Anyway, it's asking me what club did I hit, and I hit a 6-iron. They say there's no pictures on a scorecard. There's also no pictures on a Garmin watch either. So in case you ever wonder if this is all real, what you're seeing on the channel, now you know. I show you life as it happens. And my golf game, good or bad, lately it's been pretty good, even coming back off of surgery. Again, thanks to everyone who gave me support here as I was recovering. Now, one of the reasons I'm wearing this watch is because throughout that recovery, I gained a few pounds, and this has so many cool fitness features built into it. So again, not a bad result there. I've got like 12 feet for birdie. Let's see if we can knock this in. I pulled it a little bit. Now, one other cool feature I want to show you that will help you at least settle a bet or maybe call your buddy out on his BS is the measure shot feature, where you can find out exactly how far you hit the ball. Let me show you how it works. What I'm gonna do first is hit my drive, and then I'll show you how to measure it on the watch. All right, that's out there. Now it's gonna ask me what club am I using. I'm gonna go ahead and hit say driver, and then I'm gonna push this red action button here, which is gonna bring up a few features, including measure shot. I'll hit that, and we'll see that we're standing at 0 now. We'll find out where that ball ended up. All right, guys, we're walking up to the ball here, and you can see the yardage is moving as we move. Standing over the ball here, we've got 243. There's the drive there. There's my encore. I find Garmin to really be super accurate in terms of GPS yardages, and that's why I trust that measure shot feature. Even when we do club battles and club reviews here on course, I'm using that a lot on my G80, the handheld device, but it works just as well as this watch. And while we're on the subject of comparisons, I did try this Epix up against some of my golf watches like the S62, and I found it to be spot on as well. Garmin has just done a great job with their satellite system and really giving us golfers accurate GPS yardages. It's so important if we're going to play well out there. So in terms of golf features, that's really the basics of this watch. Now, what we can do with that information that we gathered here on course is go into the Garmin Golf app here and really break down the stats. And that's where I think this is really powerful for you golfers out there, to really know how far you hit each club and to really learn more about what parts of your game can be improved upon. Now, I'm of the opinion that there is no golf watch out there that's absolutely perfect. So let me tell you about a couple of things I think could make this Garmin just ever so slightly better. All right, my first gripe here is that I don't think this watch picks up as many shots as the S62. Now, the S62 wasn't even perfect. This one, at least the watch that I was given to test, misses a few shots. And while it's not the end of the world, you can go back and go into the app and actually add those shots back in. It would be nice if I didn't have to do that. The other thing missing from the Epix is a green view. Garmin has seemingly reserved that green view for its golf specific smartwatches. And now they've even added a heat map feature so you can see the slope of the green and how it's going to break. Next level stuff. I'd love to see them add that to the Epix. I think that would really push this watch over the top. Another thing that's a quirk of all these Garmin smartwatches, even the golf specific ones, is that it really doesn't allow you to say where on the green you landed. Some greens are really long, and that means it's not going to have super accurate data in terms of your iron play. Now, their algorithm still seems to be really good, because I found the Smart Caddy on the Garmin S62 to somehow still know how far I hit my clubs really accurately. But it would be great if I could even add that much more accuracy. So rather than it going into green mode and scoring mode once you hit the green, to be able to actually place a little pin on there of where your ball landed. I'd love to see Garmin add that to all their smartwatches. But even with those little complaints, I do believe this is the best golf smartwatch that I have tried. It is super fast. It's got the nicest, most clear and readable screen I've ever seen. It's snappy. It's got next level features, both for golf and for fitness. It does it all and more than I could ever imagine a watch could do. It's so cool where technology is going, and I'm always excited to see Garmin continuing to push innovation. Leave a question down there in the comments if you have one, and I'll catch you back here very soon on another edition of Let's Play Through.